Hey guys, so it's Monday morning and this morning I have a food preparation and nutrition exam on AQA, but it's kind of awkward because I feel like I'm the only one who does this course because I've been looking up memes on Twitter and I literally could not find any memes for food, so a bit awkward. But I'm kind of looking forward to this week because it's the final week of exams and then I leave school on Monday forever. So I'm really happy and I'm so glad it's the last week because these exams have been getting me so stressful and I literally want to throw myself out of a window nearly every day. So and to be honest, I know this is going to sound really bad, but food, nutrition and preparation is probably one of the only subjects I don't really mind failing because, I mean, as long as I know how to cook without giving myself food poisoning or setting the house on fire, I'll be okay in life. I don't need a GCSE course to tell me that, so it is how it is. If I fail, I fail. I'm just done at this point. But after my catering exam, I have a double maths revision session, periods 3 and 4, which it should be interesting because I don't mean this in a nasty way, but my maths teacher can't really control my class very well for a 60-minute period, let alone 2. So it should be very interesting. I'll probably just walk out, but you know, it's life. And then after periods 3 and 4, it's lunch, and then I have a history revision session because I have a history exam tomorrow, which is on Weimar and Nazi Germany, so I'm kind of looking forward to that exam. So I'm just heading up to school now, and I'll let you know how the exam goes later.
So I've just come home from my food preparation and nutrition exam, and to be honest, it was actually quite a decent paper. The first section of the paper was multiple choice questions, and that was about a fifth of the paper, because the paper in total was about 100 marks, I think, and the first section was 20 marks altogether. And the multiple choice questions were an absolute blessing. Some of the questions were just so fabulous. And I think the majority of the multiple choice questions were basically common sense. However, there was some questions towards the end of the paper that I was quite confused on. One of the questions was a 4-marker about fortified foods, and I had absolutely no idea what that meant. I didn't even know if we were taught that, so I left it out. And before we had to head off to the exam hall, we were given an announcement during form, and now we can only come in school for our exams and the revision session. So if you don't have a revision session or an exam that day, you're allowed to go home. And I think it's really funny because this rule has only been implemented since today, which is the final week of exams. And I think the only reason why that rule's been introduced is because so many people throughout the past 3 weeks have been jumping the fence, because I think my school is the only school in this area where I live that's been given study leave. So it's quite funny, to be fair. So it's just gone 9 o'clock and I have come home from gymnastics, and I got a Mackey's from my dad when I finished gymnastics. And to be honest, this is the first time I've ever tried the paper straws. I don't know if they've been introduced in any other places, but they've been introduced pretty much in the UK to like improve climate change or something. And to be honest, the paper straws aren't even as bad as I expected them to be. Yes, they do get a little bit soggy, but not as soggy as I would have thought, so they're actually really good. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to bed and I'm going to be revising maths since I have a maths exam tomorrow, and hopefully I can get a grade 4 because I'm not really willing to be resitting that in November. No thanks. So I have a past paper in my bedroom and I'm just going to be doing a past paper, and then I'm just going to be watching some YouTube videos to help with trigonometry and things like that because I don't understand it. So I've just got back from school and I had 2 exams today. So I had history and I also had maths. So, maths. 2 words. Hot mess.
I feel really sorry for whoever is marking my paper because all they're going to be marking is a bunch of random numbers that I've put on a piece of paper and pray to God that it works. And honestly, I'm just preparing myself right now for results day and to find out that I'm going to be resitting maths. I'm honestly prepared to have to resit. History, on the other hand, wasn't too bad. So after I came out of the second exam, which I talked about last week on Elizabeth and Cold War, I was prepared for the worst case scenario, and when I got in the exam and actually did it, it wasn't that bad. And also, I think my history teacher, I think she's a psychic. Because we had a revision session with her before the exam, and she said that she had a feeling that either family or women would come up on one of the questions, and it came up on section B, so thanks Miss Brown. But tomorrow I have a chemistry exam and I am so nervous for chemistry because chemistry has always been like one of my weakest subjects and I've literally been failing chemistry all year. So just to come out with a 4 would make me really happy. So I'm going to do some Seneca learning with chemistry and then I'm just going to be watching some Primrose Kitten, which basically explains chemistry paper 2 on AQ8 in a space of like an hour or something. So I'm going to just refresh my knowledge. So I've just finished my chemistry paper 2 exam, AQA foundation tier, and I can say it's definitely harder than paper 1. Like, there was a 6 marker towards the end of the paper, and it was based on the corrosion of metals, and it was a required practical. Like, you put iron nails in test tubes and stuff. I don't remember doing the required practical, so I literally guessed my way through that, and I'd be lucky if I picked up 2 marks on that question. And also there was a question about surfboards and additional polymers or something, and I actually thought you had to work out like the definition of an additional polymer, but it turned out you just had to use the graph to figure out advantages or disadvantages. So I felt a little bit thick there. So I'm walking home and I'm going to go to the shop to get some food because I'm hungry. I don't know why, but I'm craving. I don't know if it's dairy, I don't know, but you know them little like breadsticks and you can put them in cheese, like that little cheese sauce. I'm kind of craving them today. I don't know why. I think it's just because I haven't ate them in such a long time. And also, I might buy them Lunchables because I've been craving them too. I think it's just because it's just the end of high school and I miss my childhood. Anyway, so I'm not sure how I feel like I've done with chemistry. I feel like I did better on paper 1 than paper 2, but I think I've got a feeling that I've passed chemistry because I've actually revised for the real exams, whereas in the mocks I didn't really revise that much for chemistry, so I've got a feeling I'm going to pass anyway. So, oh my god, my fringe is a mess. So I'm going to head into the shops and then I'll speak to you guys when I get home. So today is Thursday and I apologise for not filming very much yesterday. It was just because I've been very busy revising for physics, and also yesterday I got to pick up my prom dress because last week we took it to a shop to get my prom dress altered because when I originally bought it, the bottom part of the dress was a little bit baggy and so was the top part. Sorry, that was just a lorry rudely interrupting my video. But the dress is a 2-piece, so that's why it has like a top part and a bottom part, if anyone's confused. It's actually quite scary to think that tomorrow is my final exam, and then on Monday we come in for like a leavers assembly and we get our shirt signed and stuff, and I get to go to a leavers party, which is also really good. I can't believe like the past 5 years of school has gone by so fast. I remember in year 7 speaking to some older girls and they said school would go by so fast, and I didn't even bother to listen to them, but it really does go by so fast. So the plan for tonight is that I'm going to be writing some thank you cards for my teachers at school since I went to the shop and bought them earlier today. And I think I'm just going to relax before doing some quick revision.
We did it!
I've just finished all my exams.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray!
I'll have to resit maths in November.
Yeah, we did it! We did it! We did it!
So guys, we've done it! I'm so buzzed. So I've come out of my physics exam. I'm walking home now, and honest to God, I'm just so glad they're all over. And now I just have to come into school for Monday to get a shirt signed and stuff, and then we have like 8 weeks off, and then I have prom next Friday, which I'm really excited about, and then it comes results day, which I'll be nervous again, but as long as I pass everything, then it's fine. It's not the end of the world if I don't get 6s or anything, just as long as I pass and I have decent mental health. Happy days. I actually can't believe though, the past 4 weeks have gone by so fast. And to be fair, I've kind of been treating these exams like my mocks, because I've had 2 mocks before the real exams. So I think I'm a little bit more relaxed now when it comes to doing exams, because I've been used to the whole process of the mock exams, how the questions are styled and things like that. So I haven't just been treating them like mocks, and I think, to be honest, that's a pretty good thing, because I'm now more relaxed. I'm not as stressed out as I used to be. I'm not having panic attacks, nothing like that. So I just need to get my head down now, and now I've got my head down and my hard work, I think, has paid off. Well, I mean, I don't really know till results day, but I feel like I've done really good. And well done to everyone who has finished their GCSEs. I am proud of everybody. And if you're one of them people who take German for GCSE, then I wish you guys the best of luck.
So it's just gone 6 o'clock, and I just quickly wanted to say before I ended the video that I've really enjoyed making these GCSE vlogs, because all the comments I've received on them videos have been incredibly supportive, and I am grateful that I can use this platform to express how I feel. And to all the year 10s or people in the lower years who are watching this video, please revise as soon as you can, because it'll all be worth it in the end when you come out with some very good grades. And I want to reassure you guys that GCSEs, although they are stressful, they are not the worst things in the world. I can guarantee you that. As long as you get your head down in class and you don't mess around, then that's all that matters. And remember, during exam season, it is really important to just take your mind off exams every once in a while. So spend time with your friends and family and do things that you like to do, because your mental health is way more important than some results on a piece of paper. If you've liked this video, then please remember to hit the subscribe button for more content, and I shall see you guys soon.